I promise, I get better.
Hello, everyone. My name is Surjana. I was the one who was late and will be wonderful now. I'm 27 years old. I am a woman. I've taken this time to just introduce myself because, like Agnish, I had so much to say and I've practiced for 3 days straight and oh my god, I cannot fit it in 6 minutes, 5 seconds. I cannot, you'll see. But being an Indian would help. We are known for speaking fast, very fast. Sometimes we just say, oh, it's an Indian accent, you can't understand. It's actually, we talk very fast. That's why you can't understand it. Look, okay. So, this presentation is about poetry and other 3 things that I love. And I want, one thing I noticed when I came to New Zealand is that when I perform, I'm also a dancer, when I perform, people don't clap in between. They'll tell me when I come down the stage, oh, it was good, and then they step back. And so, come, say it loud, clap, and tell me it is amazing. So today, if you find something nice, just go woohoo in between. You would not break my flow. You would not. Just say woohoo. You'll actually wake me up because I have slept for like ages. I am participating in New Zealand Got Talent. Thank you. I am participating in Miss India New Zealand and I have just started a website and a blog for poetry, so really a lot on my plate. So this presentation, last minute, this presentation is about poetry and then I'll move on to the advantages of poetry, much like she mentioned about singing. And I sing too, I should come. And then I'll just end up showing you the blog and the website and what I plan to do with it. Yes. So I love words. Not word, but this helps in writing the words that I write. I love word. If you're religious, I'm not, but if you're religious, you know that God said, let there be light, and there was light, right? So what did it start from? God said. He used words. He knew words before there was word, but that's a different story. So words are very important. All these words, you could be the worst person to me, but then come and say a few kind things and I just melt. So words are very, very important to me. So that's the number 1 thing. Number 2 thing is relationship. I go into really details of relationships. My parents say I could have reached heights in my career if I was not so worried about what is this person doing, why is this person doing that, and studying why this pet doesn't like me and this one absolutely cannot leave Baggins' tail alone. And I love understanding why people like each other, who likes who and why do they fall in love, why don't they fall in love. So not only people, animals as well, just relationships in general. And this I think is important because when God said, let there be light, there was world. And so words helped in the beginning of this. The development of speech helped humans to progress. That's why we as a species are here and mice are still mice. And then human relationships helped in progressing the world because we got together, we built societies. And so I think both words and relationship is important, which brings me to poetry. Poetry is basically a relationship between things, like a relationship between a spring flower and a season, a relationship between lovers, a relationship between knight and an artist. So that's poetry, and that's why my referred interest to poetry from words and relationships. Now the advantages of poetry. The new scientific study says if you read these or other great poets, or difficult literature as it is called, the neurons in your brain spark. Now if I give you a translated version of that same poem, like there's in guidebooks, they don't spark, which means you're not exercising them, which means that you are in danger of getting Alzheimer's, dementia, all those sorts of things. So exercise. It helps because, more importantly, because some people are left brain and some people are right brain. I am absolutely right brain because I'm right all the time. And you would be left brain, but thank you. But poetry is one thing that will bridge the gap. Reason being, in poetry you use memory and language. Now language is something from left side of your brain. This is something you learn, and memory is right side of the brain. Creativity is right side of the brain. So poetry will help you build these two things and bridge the gap. It also helps people who are very good at maths understand people like me. I suck at it, but when they know where it's coming from, so basically it brings people together. Next slide. Simplified stuff. I have done organizational psychology, and I've read more journals which now say that if the CEOs knew poetry, they could understand the chaotic nature of an organization, because poetry helps in simplifying it. It also helps you to vent, much like singing, because you're venting out. You're writing it, you're speaking it, or you're singing it out. Poetry helps you to vent out, and basically just makes you go, oh, so that's what it was, you know. That's what happens to me when I write poetry, and I'm like, oh, right, I get it. Amygdala in your brain is where the fear comes from. So psychotherapists have found out that if I am phobic of snakes and they ask me to write something, the prefrontal cortex lights up and this one shuts down. So basically my fear section goes poof, and I'm now writing and the fear subsides. So it's good, poetry is good. Creativity. If more CEOs knew how to write, they would have creative solutions. If you're writing a story and I'm telling you a story, you can only understand the part I'm telling you. Much like abstract art, you can understand poetry the way you want to. It's how your story connected to my story. Also, it helped us all in history. I mean, written word came 5,000 years ago. Before that, our history was recorded by oral poetry, which was given by tribal people to their friends and family, and forget the word, and then their friends and family, and then, you know, that's the website I've built. I'm not technological geek, so I couldn't cut it. It's called Let's Talk Words. Please visit it. In this movement, there's a question, answer it, and in the Let's Talk, please send me an email and tell me if you're interested to come along and start a group in Palmerston North, like there is in Wellington, there is in Hamilton, there is in Auckland, and they keep taunting me with these Facebook updates. Oh, we're doing this, oh, we're doing that. I'll do this here. I want to bring a living and breathing blog. I don't want to be me typing in a dingy room going, ooh, I think that. I want a lot of videos from normal people, from ordinary people is the word, I wanted to say, who are not writing at the moment, and people who are writing, and then bring it together to spread this movement. I don't want this poetry to be in dark rooms and dingy where there's a lot of smoke. It should be out, and airy and colorful. That's what it's meant to be. And I was supposed to read a poem. Oh my God. Okay. Why do I write poetry? Because I don't have physical wings. Do I sit, think, and pull out words out of my chest? No. I lie, look outside at the sky. I see my stories twinkling on its canvas, and in my heart, the whole living, breathing sky. I begin to etch a description of the scenery, how it looks like, this miracle, this sight divine. And slowly, but surely, a poem kisses my paper white. It looks at me and my pen trembles with joy. Thus starts the amorous union. I witness it like a voyeur. It goes on and on for some time. Poetry pours out its emotions on white, and it smiles back and lets it write. I'm an outsider at this point, a bystander. Why I write poetry, you ask? Because I seek such love. Thank you.
My life. This is just the most wonderful thing. So, as you can see by the three speakers that we've had so far this evening, this is an open opportunity to share with us your great ideas or just your poetry or anything.